Anna here from Anna Collins Nutrition, and I want to show you how to balance your blood sugar. One of the first things we do to help balance the blood sugar is to start to put something into every meal to help slow down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrate-rich foods or sugar-rich foods, such as root vegetables and sweet and starchy foods. So, protein, quality protein is critical, and a quarter of your breakfast, lunch and dinner plate or bowl should be quality protein. At breakfast, this could be a hypoallergenic protein powder. If you're on the SC diet, I will be recommending particular products. It could also be something like eggs, it could be lentils, it could be butter beans, it could be fish or smoked fish or nuts and seeds. Quality protein is a quarter of every meal. At lunch and dinner, that might be beans or pulses, or it might be eggs, or it might be unprocessed meat, or it might be fish. So quarter of every meal to be quality protein. The second principle is we need to start reducing the amount of carbohydrates which are fueling inflammation for your gut. So we reduce carbohydrates to no more than a half of your plate at breakfast and a quarter of your plate at lunch and dinner. So starchy carbohydrates include things like grains and root vegetables, and high carb foods also include fruit. So the sweeter the fruit, the higher the carb content. If you're on the specific carbohydrate diet to reduce gut inflammation, you will be avoiding all grains and you will be avoiding potatoes, parsnips and sweet potatoes. So your carbohydrates are going to come from other foods. So at lunch and dinner, this is going to be things like root vegetables like beetroots and carrots and turnips and squash like butternut squash and pumpkin. At breakfast, your carbohydrates may come from fruit such as bananas, berries, apples. So we reduce the carbohydrates to no more than a half of breakfast and no more than a quarter of lunch and dinner. And then we have a space, and that space needs to start to be filled with fiber. Fiber, like protein, slows down digestion. It helps delay the absorption of sugars into your gut, and so it reduces inflammation in your body. And fiber comes from low carbohydrate vegetables and fruits. So the fruits would be things like berries, and the vegetables would be all of the vegetables that grow above the ground. So things like tomatoes and all green vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, sprouts, leafy greens, those are going to start to build up on your plate, and ultimately you will be wanting those sort of foods to be around half of your lunch and half of your dinner plate. But the important thing for now is get enough protein onto your plate, quality protein, and reduce the amount of carbohydrates. Healthy fats such as extra virgin olive oil, avocados, the fats from raw nuts and seeds, and fats such as modest amounts of ghee or butter and lots of extra virgin olive oil, those will help keep you fuller for longer, just like protein does. So you will not be hungry when you do this. Most people start to lose some weight in the initial stages of balancing their blood sugar. But don't worry, if you're on the SC diet, you will usually lose a few pounds over the first few weeks until you get used to substituting for your grains or potatoes with other foods that are rich in carbohydrates. So thank you for listening. Don't forget to read the handout on blood sugar that I've given you and follow the meal plates, which are specially adapted to help your gut health. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.